Hey guys, what's good? This is your girl. I am the Bronze Goddess, and this is another strawberry letter. Let's go get them. Alright, I am in dire need of advice. I met my fiance in medical school this past June after my 30th birthday. It was my second year, and this was his first. We fell in love hard and fast, and he proposed after a month, and I said yes. Believe me, it was mostly peace and joy and happiness ever since. We did everything together and did everything for each other. However, I screwed it up. I screwed up my classes and failed a couple of them and was dismissed. I was too ashamed and disappointed. I couldn't tell anyone. I felt like killing myself. But he found out and he made it much more bearable. He encouraged me and helped me with my application to other schools. He was my whole support system with all of this. Sorry for the long note. Yes, because this is long. I just wanted to make sure I say he was not a bad guy. However, since I didn't tell anyone that I wasn't in school, we agreed that I would go ahead and head back to school with him and just study on my own while I wait to hear from the schools I applied to. I have never been one to reply on anyone, especially financially. But we talked about it and I was fine with the decision. I have been staying with and totally dependent on him since October. But suddenly, about a week ago, everything changed. He complained about everything I did and said. He said I wasn't very appreciative of him. Ooh. But I truly appreciate him and was grateful for his help and expressed it to him all the time, but I guess he didn't see it and just didn't know how else he wanted me to appreciate him. Today, we had an argument about me throwing away food I didn't like. He got very vocal and said I was trying to take advantage of him, that because he hasn't said anything, that I am taking him as a fool. He called me ungrateful and said I was playing with him. Ooh. He said I was ridiculous and that I thought he was stupid. He said I blew it and that he doesn't know if he could ever trust me after this. Wow, I didn't even know what to say or do. I apologize, but he never acts like this. Okay, she says she's normally the one who says sorry. He wants him. She didn't really know what to do. I'm going to kind of summarize it because it's kind of long. I really love him, but he blew up over this food. It's kind of like, she's basically saying that he's overreacting, and all of a sudden, he's saying that she's ungrateful. Okay. I'm going to tell you what my father told me and my sister like a long time ago. And it's actually some of the best advice that my dad ever gave us. And even it goes back to even before my dad, but my dad says a woman should always have her own. If you are the type of woman who is hoping to marry well, hoping that somebody is going to find you like it's going to be a real life Cinderella story, wake up. Stop playing around. Be a grown-up about it. That kind of stuff doesn't really happen like that. I mean, it's not like you watching too many Basketball Wives story where the girl was just minding her own business, or well, she probably wasn't minding her own business, but you know, she gets a baller sees her from a distance, asks her out on a date, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, they're married. That kind of stuff doesn't happen. A woman should always have her own. Before I left my father's house, I was working on my own education. I went into the military when I was 17 years old and got my own career. When my husband met me, I was more than 10 years into my career. I was deep into my career. Now, he was fresh out of school, but I was deep in my career. I could make my own money. I can always make my own money. When you depend on a man, they get bored with that. A man likes an independent woman. They want to feel needed and they want to feel wanted, but they also like an independent, confident woman who could do it by herself. And when you showed that vulnerability, it was a turnoff to him. He didn't know how to express that to you, but that's really what it was. He's not attracted to a needy woman. Whether it's needy financially, needy emotionally, needy spiritually, men don't like needy women. They want to feel needed, but they also want to know that you could do it all by yourself. And you showed your hand in this particular situation. You let him feel like without you, he has to feed you, give you shelter, probably giving you money for clothes, like when a man does too much, they can start to feel like your father more so than your man. And that ain't sexy, okay? That's not sexy that he got to feed you and clothe. Because honestly, and I'm going to keep it blunt, what's the difference between him treating you like that and him treating his own kid like that? That's not sexy. That's not a turn on. So what I think you should do is get your own stuff together. I bet you as soon as you start getting your own thing together, your man will start getting attracted to you again. Because what he probably found attractive to you in the beginning was the fact that you were in school, he was in school, you were in your second year, he was in his first year. He probably felt like he was in a relationship with more of his equal. Okay, sorry about that. But anyway, like I was saying, the more you start to get yourself back together, the more your man is going to come back around. If he truly loves you and if he hasn't seen somebody else who has caught his eye, if he hasn't looked at another independent woman that you used to be, what I think is starting to happen is he's slipping away a little bit because he was in love with the old you. And you're a new person now. Yeah, you're like, I'm still the same person. No, you're not. You don't even have... The thing about it is when you're working and when one person's working in a relationship and one person's not, you have stories. You can talk about your day. It's kind of... Like I said, I really feel like it's starting to become a turnoff for him. And I think if you can start getting yourself back together quickly, you'll be able to get your man back, basically. And even if you're not working, like, this is my thing. You're not in school, but why aren't you working? Why is he taking complete care of you? Like, I know you said, well, in the meantime, I'm studying on my own. What? In this economy, you need to get out there and make some money. I mean, I don't know if you got accepted into school yet. I don't know what this letter, I don't know if you've gotten accepted yet or you're going to find out in this time or this time. But if you were bringing some money into the house or you were doing something, just sitting around, being cute, even if you were, I mean, you could be fat, you could be Halle Berry, and he probably still want more of you. The man today is not the man of old where they just wanted the little woman to stay home and mind the kids and mind the house. You don't even have any kids. So he wants you to get out and do something. All right? Now, that may be blunt, but you wrote me, and you know when you write me, I'm going to keep it real because that's what I do. All right? I say, get your stuff together. Talk to your man and say, look, I know I've been slacking ever since this whole school thing. I just been totally dependent on you. I don't want to be like that. I'm going to start getting myself together. Matter of fact, I'm going to start looking for jobs, or the school starts in January, and in January, I'm going to go hard on my schooling. Like, that's the you he was attracted to. This is just to keep it real quick. Whenever you notice a situation where you may be slipping away or your man may be slipping away and you feel that slipping away, you need to think about yourself. People always focus on the man. I wonder if it's this other person. I wonder if this is. Maybe, wonder if it's you. Are you still the same man that he fell in love with? And if you aren't, what's changed? Have you changed physically? Have you changed spiritually? Have you changed emotionally? Have you changed in your intimacy? What's changed? I mean, people are so quick to put the blame on the man. Like you said, I don't want to say he's a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. Now, him blowing up for the food, he's overreacting because he doesn't know really how to communicate with you, which you already know. It's not a man's strong point normally to communicate well. That's what women do. Women are talkers. Men are normally, they're more stoic. You have to kind of watch their actions to see how they really feel. They may not say they love you all the time, but they spoil you, or they treat, or they, you notice how a man treats you. He may not be able to express to you. Him blowing up over the food was just his way of saying, I'm tired of feeling like I'm doing everything. I'm working hard to buy you food and you throw it away because you don't like it. What he wanted to say is, you don't like my food. I don't like that you sitting home all the time and I'm out here working for both of us and you're not even my wife. You're just my girl. That's what he wanted to say. Just keeping it real. Anyway, I love you. Praying for you. Child, you need to get yourself together. Show him that you are the independent, sexy woman that he fell in love with. And when you do that, you'll probably get your man back. That's how I feel. Anyway, if you guys have an opinion about it or if you've been through the situation, please post video responses and questions and comments and all that stuff below. Give her some support. She obviously is a young girl going through this. And she's counting on us, her big sisters here on the internet, to give her some advice, all right? So I love you. I'll see you in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces.